All right, here with trainer extraordinaire Jeff Mayweather. Jeff, big news in the last few days with Floyd making some announcements. May 4th, he'll be back in the ring. What do you know about the fight? And if you don't know who he's fighting, who would you like to see him fight?
No, to be honest, I don't know anything. I mean, that's just what's in the press. I haven't actually talked to Floyd in a while, so I mean, maybe he made that announcement. I'm not sure, but I already know that a lot of people are putting things out there that ain't even true. But if it is true, I have no idea who he's fighting because I mean, I haven't talked to him.
You know, who would you like to see him fight?
Probably Canelo.
Yeah. How much longer do you see him continuing with his career?
Well, maybe another 3 fights. Yeah. And I think he'll probably call it a career.
Right. Now, also there was some conversation that he might be returning to his father, Floyd Sr., for the next fight. Do you see that happening? And what, if anything, do you have to offer on that?
Well, I don't really know. I mean, I know that. I mean, there's a lot of talk on the internet about Roger being really sick, but to be honest, Roger's not as sick as being portrayed on the internet. I mean, Roger's been here in the gym the last few days. I mean, of course, I mean he has diabetes, and of course, what comes with diabetes sometimes is the things that he has glaucoma right now, and basically that can be treated, and he's getting surgery for it. So. That's really the only thing. I mean, other than that, I mean, I seen Roger here yesterday, and I mean, he was more lively than I've seen him in a long time. The last couple of days.
And how's the relationship at this point between Floyd and Senior and Junior? Obviously, sometimes they've had their challenges. So how are they doing right now?
Obviously, I don't 100% know, so I don't really want to speak on it. I mean, I know that obviously it's pretty good to a point because of the fact that Floyd Sr. actually trains his fighters here in the gym. So obviously, I mean, there's some kind of relationship.
Right. Now, last weekend, obviously, Manny Pacquiao suffered a brutal knockout, and people have been waiting for years for the Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather fight. Is there any interest at this point in that fight? Do you think with either the fighters and with the public in general?
Well, I mean, I think that the boxing public, I mean, true boxing fans, it doesn't mean anything now, but you still have Manny fans. Of course, you have many diehard fans, just like Mike Tyson used to have diehard fans that thought that Mike Tyson never lost a fight. It's the same thing with these Pactards. I mean, sometimes they go overboard, they go crazy. They can get racist, they can get violent, they can get, just, to the point of being complete assholes. So, I mean, it's one of those situations where, I mean, of course, I mean, Manny's always going to be viable in their eyes, but in the world of boxing, no, he's not.
Were you surprised at all by the result of that fight?
I wasn't surprised by the results in terms of who won, but in the fashion that he won, yes, I was very surprised.
Right. Do you think that Manny can come back from that and be where he once was, or do you think it's over for him?
I mean, I think that Manny's been on a decline, not just with this fight, but I mean the last 3 or 4 fights, Manny's been on a serious decline. I mean, do I think Manny can compete and still beat some of the names out there? Yeah, I think he can. But I think when it gets to the top level, when you're talking about maybe Floyd, maybe even Marquez again, I mean, because I thought Marquez beat him 3 out of the 4 fights, to be honest. But I mean, maybe he can beat Tim Bradley, which he did really. There's a few guys that Manny can still beat, and that are really good names. I don't think that he can beat the up-and-coming kid, Adrian Bond. I don't think that he can beat a guy like that because the guy is very young, he's hungry, and he's rising in his career. He's actually getting better and better with each fight. Manny, like I said, Manny's on a decline, so it's a situation in which, of course, I mean, you can easily, put Manny back in the spotlight by putting him in with weak opposition and allowing him to destroy him like he did back in the day when he had his good run when he beat Margarito, Miguel Cotto, and what's the other one? Ricky Hatton.
Now, having said that, with the fighter that was once at the absolute top of the sport, do you think he should consider retiring at this point, or do you just continue?
Well, I mean, that's pretty much up to Manny. I mean, a lot of times when a guy gets a devastating knockout like that, sometimes they can't recover and come back. A la Roy Jones, a la Fernando Vargas, David Reed. I mean, guys like that. I mean, after very very brutal knockouts, or being punished in the ring, they just couldn't come back. They could never reach the level that they once was. And at this point, I mean, Manny's old in his career, so Manny probably can't come back from this either.
All right, Jeff. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Yes.